Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Steve Reapers and WWE Town Nation. We're taking over the world.
And that's just two.
Welcome to Pro Wrestling Weekly, everybody. We are back in episode number 17, and we are live on iTunes, on SoundCloud, on YouTube, and all that good stuff. Obviously not live streaming because we are not technically sound for that. So, anyways, I'm here once again, joined by the PWW Wolfpack, the PWW Brothers, whatever you want to call us, Hayden Fox.
Yo!
And Josh the King Morel.
Hi.
Wow, very enthusiastic. So it's been a while, guys, and I'm going to tell you why. Life happens, and I got a cold last week, so that seems very pity of an excuse to give, but I felt like no motivation and nothing was going to happen. So,
when you have a cold or man flu, you know you are foot and cannot do a thing.
That's exactly right. So, I have my Tim Hortons ice cappuccino that's like melted, but in substitution we have a brisk half and half tea lemonade, not sponsored by the way. Let me just take a sip. And we are ready to get into this illustrious podcast. Speaking of which, let's add in a little fun fact before we get into the topics for this evening. Stone Cold Steve Austin replied to my tweet. I tagged him in a tweet that said that I'm using the word illustrious as a part of my vocabulary now. And, let's see, he was like, 4-syllable word. Did I spell that right? I was like, whoa. The Steve Austin? Alright.
Is that Steve Austin BSL? Oh, wait, yeah, it is.
Oh,
not
boy.
a fake account.
Sorry for that quick cut, guys. You guys know there's a lot of background noise. Whenever I try to record, that's just life, as I said. But anyways, yeah, Steve Austin, BSR, Stone Cold, responding to my tweet. Thank you, Mr. Austin. Please come on the podcast. What? Anyway. Wait, what?
Yeah. $100, what? $200, what? $300, what?
Jeez. Imagine that. Steve Austin on the podcast.
Steve Austin and Steve Reapers? Sounds good to me.
Ooh.
Make it happen, people.
Dude.
We'll get our agent contacting his agent, if we even have one.
I don't think we have any. Technically, Hayden's our agent in a sense.
Basically.
He's the one that hooked us up with Liu Kang Sharp in personally, to me, it was a great interview. The recording, however, was not that great. But live and learn.
The recording was just...
It was awful.
Don't even go there.
But
It's weird though because the week before we kind of did a thing with digging and that went perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
But that's
you
Yeah, that's what happens when you rush stuff, though. But we are always welcome to have Mr. Liu Kang Sharp back on the podcast, and we've expressed that to him the last time we talked to him, which was actually a couple of months ago.
Yeah, it was.
Jeez, time flies.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's already May.
God.
So, without further ado...
No.
Oh, no, go ahead, Josh. No.
I was gonna say next time I look at my watch, it'll be 2017.
Jeez, don't even. No. We still have a good few months of 2016 left. I want to enjoy it.
Oh, they'll go. They'll go. Especially with the wrestling we're getting now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's get right into these lovely topics. First up, this would probably be better to go on first. Emma got an injury a couple of days ago at the time of recording this, and she underwent surgery either yesterday or the day before, and now there are some things going around saying that she is going to be out until the end of the year. I swear, it's like her and Zack Ryder can't catch a break.
It's crazy.
I see Zack Ryder being released in the next 2 years, to be honest. With the bad luck he gets, I don't see him being a physical part of the WWE literally in ever. So,
I mean, like, Emma was about to get a push. It's the same for anyone nowadays. As soon as you, get into the top, you get an injury.
yeah, they just brought up Dana Brooke the week before, and now this happens. Oh yeah, Dana's going to have to go out on her own, but obviously I'm a big fan of Dana Brooke, so I'm not complaining.
That's the thing. And I covered this news story in Resort News, cheap plug, and basically, when I was recording just before it, I thought, it's so unlucky to get an injury at this point of her career, because she was literally near the top, and she was, like you said, Dana Brooke debuted with her the week before, beating up Becky, and then it just gets an injury. It's so unlucky. It's kind of the same with Rollins in November. He was he was the workhorse for WWE, and he was a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Yet he got a torn ACL, MCL, meniscus from an injury. And what I didn't understand is people blamed Kane for it, but it wasn't his fault.
I wouldn't say it was not completely not his fault. I'd say that the fact that he might not have distributed his weight, the fact that his weight has come fully on that MCL and ACL and medial meniscus, and obviously, as you said, snapped in two. So it's partly both fault, but I do give more fault to Seth. But Kane did have some part in it. I'm not going to say it was wholeheartedly one or the other's fault, because it wasn't. It was a shared situation, because if Kane distributed his weight perfectly, then Seth would have still been in the company, and dare I say, probably still champion. And not with shit, mind you. He probably would have dropped the belt at Mania to Roman Reigns, saying, that's what we got, so.
Fuck Roman.
Yeah.
Fuck Roman Reigns.
Speaking of Roman Reigns, have you guys heard that Vincent K. McMahon, is starting to grow tired of Roman Reigns?
Bollocks. Absolute bollocks.
And Mr. McMahon.
Yes, you don't call him Vince unless you're employed with
true.
him.
That's true.
So
sorry, Mr. McMahon, if you're even listening.
yeah, you probably only your legal representatives will be. Sue them.
If any of you are from Vince McMahon or his representatives or agents or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, fuck you.
Well, I wouldn't go as far as say that, Aiden.
Well, actually, I'd agree with him on the creative side.
Creative, sure.
Yeah. Everywhere else is fine, but, creative and Vince are the two, and Kevin Dunn. Fuck Kevin Dunn.
Oh, good old Kevin Dunn. So,
I know something that'll make Josh say fuck someone else as well. John Cena's 30th.
I'm not watching that Raw. I'm not going anywhere near it. It's going to be the worst Raw of the last 10 years. Bar none. That person makes it horrible. I will not even say his name because it brings blisters to my ears. Oh, no. I quit. No, I don't quit. I might do.
Good.
No.
We need you.
I know. I know you
do.
do. Let's continue on without that miserable little toe rag dragging us down called John Cena.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Roman Reigns.
Oh, and him too. Yeah. And him too. Yes.
I mean,
He's becoming John Cena 2.0, so you know, it's kind of a given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reigns versus Cena at SummerSlam. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Well, I feel sorry for the people in the Barclays.
And I've also heard Lesnar versus Wyatt as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah, only, a couple of months too late, but hey.
True.
Now,
The Rock job to Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania.
oh boy. Oh, so
All the other way around.
Speaking of Reigns versus Cena, and we'll get back into the regular topics in just a second, but who would you guys, just pick one. Who do you guys want to win in a Cena versus Reigns match for the WWE World for the championship?
Double disqualification. Double count out. Something that makes them both lose.
No contest.
But say...
No, because that means that they basically both win. We want them to both lose. Yeah.
But say, Shane or Stephanie, both restart the match. Well, what that happens?
If I had to pick one winner, I'd probably have to go with Reigns to win.
What?
Oh, I don't know. Because John Cena's still got the more, obviously, the drawing power. He was just announced the other day to host, I don't know what it was called, the ESPYs or whatever it's called. I don't know. But...
I don't want him to become 16-time champion and tie with Ric Flair.
Yeah, but who says it was for the belt, though?
Oh, good point.
That would be stupid, though, wouldn't you think?
That's what I was
saying.
saying.
It's going to be top guy versus veteran. It's the new top guy versus the veteran. They'll build it up like Undertaker Lesnar, but just with Reigns with the belt, but not losing. That's what Vince will think.
Here's how I see it, right? It's for the championship. Cena versus Reigns. Reigns beats Cena, and Cena grabs the title and presents it to Reigns, but then hits him, making a Cena heel turn finally happen. Oh my god, Josh.
No. That's never happening. Never ever happening. Vince will never allow that.
But in a
I
perfect...
want it to happen, I agree, but no.
But in a
Vince is...
Same as Reigns, though. He's becoming Cena 2.0, and at the end of the day, Vince won't turn him heel.
Yep, exactly. Exactly my point.
Okay, then an alternate thing. Cena presents Reigns with the title as a passing of the torch.
Or, well, this is kind of spoiling my Money in the Bank prediction, but sod it, it's in a month away. Kevin Owens wins Money in the Bank,
Alright.
and then KO cashes in and wins the belt at SummerSlam.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
That's exactly what I was thinking, I'm not going to lie.
Yep.
I literally talked to, I've told 3-4 people now, and that's exactly what I said. Kevin Owens cashing at SummerSlam after winning Money in the Bank.
Because that briefcase is basically meaningless now. It's just basically a .com item that you can buy for about $60 or whatever it is.
Yes.
It's just meaningless. Absolutely meaningless. But if you put someone like that on it, or maybe not even having the match at all and just having Reigns versus someone random, obviously not AJ Styles, because that feud will hopefully be over, or Extreme Rules, but hopefully with the better man. Maybe even AJ Styles versus John Cena. I wouldn't mind that.
Alright.
and AJ Styles going over. Like,
Styles versus
Please.
Owens.
oh, that needs to. Why has that even happened yet on pay-per-view yet? For the
Because
even for the IC, I wouldn't. Well, mind you, I wouldn't really want AJ to get the IC, but you know, it's a title at the end of the day. Him putting the title on a TNA guy is like kissing Satan on the lips to him.
Just like I've written an article on the SLTD website, and I basically said the minor. It's the one that's going up on Monday, so it's kind of a spoiler. But the minor championships, they're kind of meaningless at the moment, especially the United States. So if you put someone like AJ Styles on that title, it'll elevate it.
Yeah, and keep it on it for a longer period of time, not just a transitional champion either, because that would make it a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah,
And that's what it's like. The United States will give it one thing, that Kalisto has held it for a longer time than we thought. I would have thought they would have kept the belt on Del Rio after League of Nations split, but
that
you
makes
know,
sense.
I think Del Rio was on the way out of the company as well to begin with, anyway. But that's just
along
me.
with Paige in his arms.
That is still fishy to me.
It
That
is-
is still that.
That is very, very fishy.
Wife and supposedly wife and 3 kids, and he's going around with a 23-year-old.
Yeah, how old
And
is
mind you,
Del Rio?
English 23-year-old that's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
But you know,
How old do you think Del Rio would have to be? Like in his late 30s?
40s, late 40s,
Oh, okay.
early to late 40s, at least.
Let's look that up.
He's getting there.
Oh,
Getting there in age. I'll search that up while we're talking.
I'm already.
I'll do
That's
my
a-
research.
Go on.
He is 38, so he's in his late 30s to 40s. So
Interesting.
It's really weird. It's something's
something's
gone on.
going on. Yeah, something's going on. But mind you, like being in the same business, you see each other all the time. Wouldn't that be even worse? You know.
Well, at least they're happy, I guess. Apparently-
Hopefully, Del Rio's wife hasn't been on Twitter for the last couple of weeks.
Oh, jeez. Apparently, from what I've heard, apparently Charlotte and Del Rio had a thing.
Now I can understand that because she's been single for a while. She dated that TNA wrestler who apparently beat her up, and you know that's understandable because she's probably still single. So that makes sense. And she's a bit older anyway than Paige or Sarah. So yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. She looked young. Charlotte looked younger in NXT than she does now. Or is that just me?
Yes. Yeah, she did.
Yeah, because she's got main roster syndrome. She's like everyone ages like 25 billion years. Because for example, this is obviously a really really old example, but Ric Flair when he was last on WCW when it closed, and then when he debuted on WWE, like he aged 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So something like the constant road schedule of theirs is just ages people so much. So.
Oh, Paige is the example. Like, she's a good example, to be honest. Look at her in NXT compared to now.
Well, apparently Charlotte is 30,
Really?
so she's 8 years older than Paige. So it's more reasonable for Charlotte dating him because he's only 8 years older than her. So that makes logical sense to me, but you know. And she divorced from TNA Bram a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Like, the age gap between Paige and Del Rio is 15 years.
jeez.
Oh, alright.
Now that's saying something. If it's you get done for doing something like that over here, even if you're bloody of age.
Yeah, you would.
I want to stray away from this topic. I don't feel comfortable talking about this anymore.
Well, because it's TNA. Fuck TNA.
No, jeez. TNA syndrome.
I had to say that once in this episode.
Oh, of course. It's
It wouldn't be a PWW if I didn't say fuck TNA.
Yeah. So, on to better topics. Apparently, a plan for Neville, he got injured a couple months ago in a Chris Jericho match. Apparently he's going to be put back into the Intercontinental title picture, which is very interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Not surprised.
I just find it interesting.
Yeah, but it's interesting. But...
Do you think he wins
the question is... Go on.
No, I was going to say, like, do you think he has the chance to win the title?
Yeah.
Possibly. Like, who would you pit him against for the title, though?
That's a good thing.
Well, mind you, if the inevitable happens and someone like Cesaro Zayn win it, they're both baby faces, so you're going to have to turn Neville heel. And he's alright as a heel in NXT. He was. But, well, heel-ish. But what is that going to translate to on the main roster? Because Vince is very particular on what he wants.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't give him what he wants, he's gone. So... You know, he's very sceptical of who he can face, because him as a babyface on the main roster, I think fits, because it's just him. He hasn't got, obviously he's from Newcastle, so Newcastle people, to the Americans anyway, I feel with Twitter and all that crap, basically just. People not understanding the Newcastle accent, so him talking as a heel is probably Vince's worst nightmare, because he can't understand his own employee.
Basically, yeah.
So,
to be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing another Neville and Zayn program.
No, as I said, it was good. He's good as a heelish character on NXT. But on the main roster, it will probably be completely different.
Or do they basically just put the title on Owens, let him act as a heel, and do Owens Neville?
No, I think they've got bigger plans for Owens.
They have.
Than the IC.
I hope he goes to the WWE title.
He has.
He deserves a run with that, but here you go.
He does.
He does. He's my boy, so, you know.
Should have happened at Mania.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Roman Reigns, everybody!
I mean, like, Owens and Lesnar at Mania for the title. That would have been one crazy match.
That means having a part-time champion for more than we won it in 2014. Yes, it would have been almost 2 years. That's not exactly the SummerSlam, but you know, I probably would have sort of died inside if he held it for more than he did Lesnar.
That's fair. Whatever.
So,
I think you need a full-time champion there to represent the company. That's why I enjoyed Rollins being champion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was a workhorse. He did all the live events. He did Raws, SmackDowns, pay-per-view, everything. I wouldn't remember hearing that he did 2 shows in a night for a live event.
Really?
Yeah.
That work ethic.
Exactly.
Actually, let's throw this also out there. Rollins versus Styles. It's obviously happened on the Indies, but I'd like to see it in a WWE ring as well.
For sure.
Since it'll be, when you uploading this? Sunday, Monday?
Hopefully by Sunday morning.
It should be up then.
Hopefully.
It's happening on FNT, by the way. It's happening on FNT. Check out my channel.
Oh, you like doing cheap plugs, don't you?
Mick, the cheap plug. You might as well be Mick Foley in a bloody Christmas shirt.
Bang bang.
And
Cactus Jack is back! Bang bang!
So, speaking of Neville and Zayn and Kevin Owens and Cesaro, that's a perfect segue into NXT TakeOver Revenge.
Yeah, the best pay-per-view of June. The best pay-per-view of June. Sorry, Money in the Bank, but no, the best pay-per-view in June. Duh.
It's gonna be one of the best pay-per-views of the whole year. I think it's just gonna be incredible.
For sure.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
I mean, a lot has transpired since the live event, and I forgot what city it was, when Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor happened.
Lowell, Massachusetts.
There we go. And Joe winning the title.
What I liked about that is that it gives the unpredictability feel of NXT live events, and I think that's what they're trying to get across. That anything can happen in NXT live events, and it'll make people buy tickets more because, you know, they'd want to see something shocking and stuff. It'll get more sales at everything. And it's a really, really good marketing decision.
Yeah.
For sure. So, with NXT TakeOver Revenge, the only to me, the only match that I know of is Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe in a steel cage match for the NXT title. Now,
That's steel cage match in NXT.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, in your guys' opinion, who do you think comes out on top?
I think Samoa Joe's going to win, but Finn Balor's going to put up a heck of a fight. I can see possibly either a muscle buster or a coup de grace from the top of the cage.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be a big spot in this match. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, with rumours going around, obviously I don't really pay attention to much rumours. I try not to with NXT because I actually don't like being spoiled with NXT. With the main roster, it's not really that. I don't really give a shit. But I heard that the loser possibly is going to the main roster, so it makes sense for Joe to win.
Yeah.
Time for the
And bring
club
Balor
to
up
form.
with the club.
Yeah.
So.
Too sweet.
And then, obviously, we've got the unconfirmed matches. Well, some confirmed. We've got Asuka v Nia Jax for the NXT Women's Championship. I'm guessing I'll go first and say that Asuka's going to win.
Yes. Asuka.
Fuck her up, Asuka. Fuck her up. Yeah. I'll be chanting that at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock whenever the event's on in the morning. Why not? Because I fully support Asuka from NXT TakeOver Respect from London, because I was there, to now.
You can say...
Even I've seen her in like the Japan leagues and stuff though, and she was amazing there. I've seen a couple of matches.
She could fight the bloody men.
Exactly.
Obviously, go on.
She would beat up most of the men on the roster right now. Imagine.
Like, no disrespect to China or anything, but she is, well, she's not built like China, but she acts like China. Like, she could beat up the men, sort of thing. Obviously, like, she can never, at the minute, get to China's level, because she won't be IC champion, she won't be all that shit. But, yeah, she is a badass in every respect. And Asuka deserves a lengthy women's championship run before, hopefully, she go. Well, I'm not hoping, but, you know,
I hope
someday get to the main roster.
I hope she doesn't demote to the main roster, because
Yeah.
I think, one, she's better suited in NXT, and two, at the main roster, I bet Vince will stop her doing some of the moves that she does now.
No, well, you know, I think Vince is more. I'll give Vince credit on this play, because I'm a big AJ Styles fan. Obviously, not a woman, but you know, AJ Styles has got to keep 90% of his moveset. He can keep the Styles Clash, which is documentally broke Lionheart's neck, has broke Yoshi Tatsu's neck, like, you know, off to their fault. But Asuka's moveset, I don't think is that dangerous to break anything. So I guess Vince will probably let her keep what she's got. Because
I hope
probably,
so.
it was obviously toned down from Japan to NXT anyway. So Vince doesn't really need to tweak anything. If he does, it'll be that bum tackle that Asuka does that Naomi used first, or Asuka used first on the Indies, but Naomi adopted. But they'll say that in WWE, Naomi used it first. Well, if she's even in the company before Asuka gets to the main roster, I see her being released soon, along with Tamina, due to the trial of Jimmy Snuka. But
I think they would release her over what her dad's done.
Yeah,
Possibly.
They will not want the Snook. I know they don't use Snooker for her anymore, but obviously on the networks, like obviously they've got loads of her footage that says Tamina Snooker from when she debuted to at least 2013, 2014. That's a long time.
It is, but WWE at the moment all think Snooker's a bad representation of the company, so they'll want to release her to get that away.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. That's fair.
But yeah, anyway, Asuka versus, I'm guessing your guys' opinion are Asuka for that.
Yeah.
And then the tag title match is a rematch. Obviously, that's probably confirmed now. As of this recording, that's the Revival versus American Alpha. I will check that while you guys are doing your predictions for that match.
With American Alpha.
Yeah, probably American Alpha. I do like the Revival. I think they're absolutely brilliant, to be honest.
Yeah, it's confirmed it is American Alpha versus the Revival, so I've got the rest of these matches up so I don't fuck this up. But yeah, I'm also going American Alpha. That's kind of easy. That's not, And then the last match I've got on here, which personally is going to be my favourite match of the night. I'm sorry, Steel Cage, but Austin Aries versus King of Strong Style, Swagsuke or Shinsuke Nakamura.
This is gonna be good.
Insane.
TNA versus New Japan. Yes. Jokes, by the way.
Shinsuke.
Yeah, Nakamura. Yeah, and that's the rest of the confirmed matches at the minute. But the tapings, that's all they confirmed. That's really it.
It's looking better than Extreme Rules and Money in the Bank already, because we can kind of already predict Money in the Bank for some of it.
Yeah, we'll probably get filler matches as well. Like,
exactly.
It won't be just 4, unless they're gonna let Asuka versus Nia Jax go half an hour, which I highly doubt.
Yeah, highly doubt it.
So, but I don't. When they, I don't know when the next special is, because it'll be SummerSlam weekend, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the same Brooklyn again, because SummerSlam is in Brooklyn, so...
Sweet.
I don't know, doing a Brooklyn... I wish they'd move it to another venue, but obviously they've booked Barclays for this year, and then next year as well, I think.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
16 and 7.
It was 3-year deal. So, yeah. So I'm guessing we're getting NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 1, 2, and 3 then. Why can't we have a London 2 this year? Why Triple H? Why not?
You never know. They might bring it back in December, and if they do, I don't fucking care this time. I am getting them tickets. I mean it.
I hope they don't, because I'll be skint. I'm already going to WWE Live in November. I can't go in December as well.
They did it last year, though.
Well, yeah, I was there. I know. I'll save up phrases for that. Near front row, and obviously I was on NXT for a while. Well, and the Sami Zayn comeback at London as well. That was good. But yeah, I don't know. I think, if I can predict that pay-per-view as well, I'm guessing Nakamura's going to be in the NXT title picture.
Oh, I sure hope so. He deserves it.
And possibly even winning it.
That would be
I could see that because, before that, I think there might be another Japan special. So I could possibly see him winning that there, obviously, because the New Japan fan base will obviously go absolutely ape for that.
They did
He only left New Japan like 8 or so months before. 8 months, you know.
They did it with Balor, so.
So yeah, he's sort of like he's a foreigner, but yeah, the Japan thing. But I think if they'd go more ecstatic for Nakamura because he is Japanese through and through.
For sure.
Yeah,
obviously, you know, from Kyoto, and then I could possibly see, this is probably so far-fetched it's not going to happen, I could see it happening in Tokyo Dome. Maybe.
And they're doing like a Japan show in July or something?
Well, I hope so, but that's what's floating around anyway. Yeah, I think it would be confirmed by now, but maybe a week before, like NXT and WWE invade the Tokyo Dome for blah 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 blah. It would already been confirmed if it was, but like if they need, like if WrestleMania was held in Japan, it definitely would have to be Tokyo Dome.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
It's just like if it came over to the UK, it'd probably have to be Wembley or the Olympic Park.
No, it definitely would be Wembley because that seats 90,000. So, because they had 90,000, apparently around 89 to 190,000 for the football game earlier on today, or soccer. But yeah, so yeah, it would definitely be Wembley, and then they can have Raw SSC, and then have NXT at SSC as well. So, and then SmackDown at SSE, or possibly even have WrestleMania. I mean, Raw before, because they probably would have to literally do a week. Raw in O2, NXT and SSE arena next to it, then Wembley for WrestleMania stadium, and then SSC for Raw. Does that make sense? So, yeah, but well, hopefully that happens, but mind you, knowing Vince, time difference. The Americans. I only care about America.
Boris Johnson, do you work for us, boys?
Unfortunately, he's just been elected out of the. He's no longer mayor. So, yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know if he knew that, but yeah, well, mind you, Boris said he was going to leave anyway. So, he got elected about 2 weeks ago. Elected out 2 weeks ago, so, yeah, someone different, unfortunately. If this happened about 2 or 3 years ago, then possibly, but no.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to another topic that's not politics.
Right. So, this just happened, like, literally maybe like an hour before we recorded, or maybe even a half hour. Cody Rhodes tweeted out that he has asked for his release from the WWE on his personal account, not his Stardust account. So that is something.
Yeah, it's basically. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Why? Why do you think he's asked for it?
Probably because his character's not being used properly.
Or he's not actually the character he wants to be.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking the character.
Yeah. And the fact that, don't get me wrong, obviously I'm not taking the diss out of Dusty Rhodes, but his dad's not there to help him anymore. And, you know, it's harder for him because obviously you got Dusty in there, but, you know, like, Dusty was a major part of his life and obviously the company as well. So to not have him there, to be honest, if I was him, I would have left when he passed away.
That would have made sense.
Yeah.
But
at least he was a trooper and he stayed on for a little while. But I think if that's what he definitely wanted, then I was not surprised, to be honest. But, you know, it's just... It's sad because he was so, like, I don't know if you've watched, like, the indie stuff that he done, but he was green, obviously, but it was good. In like you knew he was going to be something, but Vince just didn't
It should
do anything.
it should have become a future world champ.
Yeah.
It really should have.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying upper echelon like that, but I'm not saying he would have been a world heavyweight champion. He could be in contention, but definitely, but we would have had to wait and see where he was in that point for me to say, yeah, he would be that guy to put the belt on. But we just will never know now.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well,
But good luck to him in whatever he does next. If he does wrestle, or if he does wrestle with on the indies, or if he does go on to something else, TV, film, whatever.
Yeah.
thank you, Cody Rhodes, for contributing all that you have done to the WWE. So, on to Extreme Rules Predictions 2016. For a moment,
AKA Boo Roman Reigns 2016, part 3.
Part 3. Honestly, this is a pretty decent card. Just from,
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying, it's decent.
For WWE, it's good.
Right. To us, it's decent. So.
For TNA, it's amazing.
Oh, for sure. It's so amazing they're gonna have to move their headquarters again.
It'll be Slammiversary 3, 4, 5, and 6, like one match per year for them.
So let's get into the match card and our predictions. First off, in the kickoff show, Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin in a no disqualification match. Meh.
This frustrates me to fucking no ends.
Do tell.
Like, why? Why are these idiots? Well, they're not idiots, but why are these idiots in creative think that it's funny to put these two on the pre-show? Like, no offense to Rusev and what's his face,
Kalisto.
Mexican mask dude, Kalisto. Like, they deserve to be on the pre-show, no offence, in my opinion. But Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler do not deserve to be on the pre-show.
They don't.
You do have a point with that, but I think they've done it because people got pissed off with Kalisto being on the pre-show 3 or 4 times in a row on a pay-per-view. I think that's why they've changed it. But why they've done it as this match, I will never know.
And it's basically just an Extreme Rules match with a different name.
Yeah.
Like, they won't admit that, but like, no disqualification is just Extreme Rules.
Yeah,
But no, you want to save it for your main event. No. It just frustrates me. Like, Kalisto, obviously, and Rusev, as we'll get to, obviously, after the pre-show main event, they deserve to be there, to be honest, in my opinion, because I'm alright with Rusev, but Kalisto just bothers me.
So, who do you guys think will win? And Ziggler versus Corbin?
Corbin.
I will go with Corbin as well. Next up, opening up the main part. Well, not the main. The pay-per-view. Duh. The United States title is on the line. Kalisto versus Rusev.
This is the pre-show main event, so it's still on the pre-show.
Oh.
So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, GG's WWE for not putting that in your website. So, who do you guys think wins?
New US champ Rusev.
I want it to be Rusev, but I know it's going to be Kalisto.
I'm going with Rusev.
I shall go with Rusev, honestly. I like Kalisto and all, but this is just getting way overdone. I'm tired of these David and Goliath stories.
Yep.
Just like after Kalisto and Ryback, it was like, So,
Yeah.
opening the actual Extreme Rules pay-per-view, the tag team champions are on the line. The New Day versus the Vaudevillains. Who do you guys think walks out?
Oh, it's a new day.
Who?
I'm going to be bold here, and I want the New Day. Like, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. I'm not too fond of them now because they're so overdone as a team. I don't know. I don't want them with the belts because they're more funny without them. To be honest,
Who
they
the New
don't,
Day?
like the tag belts have become second nature per se. So I would go with the Vaudevillains on that thing, but you know, it'll probably be opposite, but I'll go with that. It's just as a shot in the dark. But I'm thinking that they're probably going to put it on Enzo and Cass when Enzo comes back. So
I'm sure. they will.
That's what I'm thinking. Keep it on the New Day till Enzo and Cass come back. That's insane. New Day for today, tomorrow night, though.
I would go with New Day as well. So, following that match will be the Usos versus Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows in a Tornado Tag Team match. I dig this, except, I don't dig the Usos as much anymore as I did last year. Or 2 years ago.
I never have.
No, basically, they've done the same thing for 4 years. It's completely stale. Maybe if they switched it up a little bit, possibly, I might get a little bit more fun to them, but I don't know.
So, who do you... oh, sorry.
No, go on.
I was going to say, who do you think will walk out of this match?
Anderson and Gallows, winners.
Yep, club.
Because it's too sweet. So, following that, Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho in an Asylum match. I think that's just a glorified steel cage match, if I'm not mistaken.
What the fuck was that music on Raw?
I don't know. I
The
didn't watch
creepy
Raw.
little music. Like, it was. They were trying to make it sound like a horror film or something. Like, that's made me turn off Raw just instantly because I record it on the box because obviously I can't stay up at 1 a.m. on a Tuesday because it's my day off from college. But
I even watched Raw.
well, I do sometimes. Depends on if it's a holiday or not.
Like the last 3 weeks, I haven't watched it, to be honest.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
Who do you guys think comes out in this match?
I'm going to go with what I put down on the SLTD Predictions League, and I'm going to go with Ambrose.
Ooh, okay.
This is difficult. This is the only difficult one I've got in my mind. I'll also go with Dean Ambrose.
I am going to go with Dean Ambrose as well. Following that match, we have a fatal 4-way match for the Intercontinental Championship. The Miz versus Kevin Owens versus Cesaro versus Sami Zayn. The build to this, honestly, has been impressive. Well, I guess I shouldn't say impressive, but good, in my opinion.
Mind you, impressive for the booking team now, actually. So I actually would agree with impressive.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a good build-up because they've done it many different ways. They just haven't had them, pit off all the time. They've done tag matches, single, all sorts. And it's been really good. The build-up to it's been good as well. But yeah, predictions.
Yeah, so who do you guys think walks out as the new Intercontinental Champion? Or does Miz retain here?
No.
Cesaro, new champ.
Ooh.
I'm torn because obviously I'm a big Sami Zayn mark or El Generico, as I sometimes call him when I slip up. I want Sami Zayn to win, but I'm going to say Cesaro.
Yeah. I will be fine with either Sami Zayn or Cesaro.
I mean, another thing could be that they put it on Sami Zayn and they do the Kevin Owens-Sami Zayn feud for the title. Because I've got a feeling that could continue after Extreme Rules, and I think it'll go right through till SummerSlam.
It might.
Oh yeah, I think it possibly could go on longer, but with the TLC pay-per-view as well. tables, ladders, and chairs for the IC belt as well.
They could do something.
Oh,
You
that
can have
with that.
Hell in a Cell. Them two in Hell in a Cell makes perfect sense. Yeah, there's a lot of match steps. You can have I Quit. You can bring that back.
Mm-hmm.
Because John Cena ruined it at Extreme Rules 1 year or something.
The
Because John
dog
Cena
collar
ruins
match?
everything. Could
Yeah.
have a Inferno match. Doesn't really suit them, but but that's a match step that I've been wanting back for years on some feud. The proper Inferno match where you actually get burned. But you know, with WWE being PG, that's never going to happen.
Yeah, not
But,
Bray Wyatt
nope.
versus Kane.
Oh, don't remind me. That was
Sorry.
SummerSlam 2013, wasn't it?
Yep.
The most decent one of the last 10 years, in my opinion.
Only watched it to watch Orton cash in. Just to see
Yeah.
how that all started,
No.
honestly.
Back then, the only reason why I watched it was for CM Punk. Back
Yeah.
then. So,
Well, yeah.
CM Punk, even though he hasn't fought in the UFC yet. CM Punk.
actually, I can tell you. Well, I don't know if you two don't have Snapchat or whatever, but he was on the UFC Snapchat with. I think they were in Chicago, advertising. I think it was Fight Night. Might have even. Go on.
I saw it on Twitter, but I think why he hasn't debuted yet is apparently he's not progressing well in training. So apparently he's not ready.
I'm not surprised. So I'm guessing UFC 201.
Unless Vince buys the UFC because they're on sale right now. Ooh.
I haven't heard that UFC's on sale.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
it's,
yeah, it's what they talked about like a couple of weeks ago. Apparently, it's like for on sale for like $4 million.
PWW buys UFC.
Like we have that.
We will own the UFC. Obviously, I am president because I'm me, and my beautiful face deserves to be on the front cover of UFC everywhere. Like my face is beautiful.
See, imagine having.
I'll be the
Actually, I'm joking. No, it'd be all the three of us in one. I'm not that selfish. Don't worry.
yeah.
And we'll just pay the camera guys. Oi, you, come here. Take our picture now. Make us look beautiful. I'm in the middle because obviously I'm the money backer. But yeah, there you go.
I'll be the agent that just signs everyone.
I will be the guy that does stuff. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, do you know what? I actually wouldn't put Conor McGregor up top. I just make him just scrap for like literally from the bottom. But that's just me. Well, mind you, I haven't watched UFC in years because it hasn't been on free TV here in a while. But
Nah.
yeah, UFC everybody.
Yay!
Pro Fighting Weekly.
Hey.
That's what we will rename to once we buy UFC. We'll have a fighting podcast.
Ooh. Hey.
Josh Royal Productions presents UFC on YouTube.
Hey. There we go.
Actually, that's not too bad idea. Sold.
Don't steal our ideas, because I know half of these people will steal our ideas because it's YouTube. Just kidding. I love you.
Yeah.
No,
No.
I'll be a dickhead and put a paywall on it. Fuck that, but put $3.49. You can't steal
$3.49.
my shit.
Patented.
It's true, to be honest. People do steal content and steal ideas. It's happened to me.
I know. I've been stolen from my NXT TakeOver theme vid. Has been stolen over 15 times. So, yeah.
You know the exclusive break? Do you know the exclusive breakout logo?
Yeah.
That's been basically on about 35, 40 YouTube channels and counting now. People are still uploading it.
People watermark your shit.
And then
Please.
certain podcasts just coming up.
The thing is, they don't even give you credit or anything for it, though.
Exactly.
Because I want to earn the monetization of your videos. Anyway, let's talk about wrestling, not YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do that. That was quickly escalating, and I didn't want to get into that. But hey, life happened. So,
Yeah.
Following that match is the women's title being on the line, Charlotte versus Natalia. Thank God Natalia's still part of the programming. In a submission match with Ric Flair being banned from ringside. Do we see Natalia getting one more shot? Like, getting the title?
No, I think Charlotte will retain, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sad face. I want Natalia, but...
No, they're saving it for it's obvious they're saving it for Banks. Like,
Yeah.
That's obvious. It's blatantly obvious when they put the stip on for when if Rick comes out, then it's she automatically gets the win or whatever. Like that is bollocks.
I think what WWE need to do, is while Banks is away and whatever she's doing, I've no idea. But
Lambo.
I think what WWE needs to do is to do like video packages to kind of hype a return. You know, like how they did it with Batista in 2014, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
They could do like video packages and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool.
What a flop that was.
Yeah, it was. Him getting booed out of the building at that one Royal Rumble.
It was. I think people booed it though because it was expected he returned to specifically win it, and we didn't like that.
Well, people were also... Well, Daniel Bryan was hot back then. Like, white
He
hot.
was hot since he was hot since 2013.
No,
to be honest.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so. I didn't say that.
So, you know. But Sasha Banks, as we heard at the Royal Rumble this year, when she returned, I don't think she needs video packages. All I think is they'll need to do not exactly what they did, but maybe just a random person comes out in the ring, I wouldn't say a job, an enhancement talent. Say, bring up an enhancement talent from NXT, Billy Kay, for example. And then Sasha's music hits, maybe in, obviously, a smarky crowd, because that will help.
Yeah.
But, you know, Chicago or New York or London or whatever. Obviously, they'll have a pay-per-view before London before SummerSlam, but, you know, somewhere like that. You know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Sasha, I eagerly wait for Sasha to get the belt, and then I possibly will pull the trigger and get the women's belt replica, and then get the Sasha plates.
Sweet.
That's definitely a project of mine I want to fulfill.
Well, I wish you luck in that project.
Yeah. And I'll post videos on YouTube when I get it, and I'll show it off somewhat. So, yeah. Look how much money I spent. No, I'm joking.
Daddy.
No, actually, I try not to. Otherwise, it makes you look like a prick. Anyway,
so in the main event of the evening, we have Reigns versus Styles for the WWE World Heavyweight title. It is going to be an Extreme Rules match. Now, their match at Payback was pretty impressive. I will say that. That was an excellent match.
Yeah, it was.
Now, here's the thing. Since it is an Extreme Rules match, I find it very hard that nobody will interfere in this match, such as the Club and the Usos.
I think the Club and the Usos... I think the Clubs and the Usos are at ringside, aren't they?
no.
Thank God.
Because I got told yesterday that they are.
No,
Who told
that's
you
probably a
that?
rumour that they'll come out. They're definitely not there. As we know.
If they're not there, then they will come out.
Yeah, definitely.
I just got told that they will be at ringside for the match. That's all. Might not be.
No. Well, they'll be there. They'll interfere and help Mr. John Cena 2.0 win
Oh.
and
So
try and get over.
So you think Reigns is going to come out on top?
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's fucking obvious. I hate to say it. Reigns.
You know, I'm gonna go with the Now, underdog here, I guess if you want to call him that.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna go with AJ Styles. I am going to go with AJ Styles because to me, the way that they handled the match at Payback, it, you know, AJ Styles could have won. They made you think that he could win. So, go on.
AJ basically carried the match.
He did. He did.
The way that that match, I seriously thought AJ was going to win at points. Like, I was off my seat, literally marking out, because I literally thought he won at one point. I literally thought the 3 was counted. If he does win, I'll be, like, the happiest guy in the world, but...
We all will.
Exactly. Styles is, like, one of my favourite guys ever. So, in any company. So if he wins, I will be very, very, very happy. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but I think the obvious choice is Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But I do hope Styles wins. I've always I said it on Slam Out. My brain knows that Roman Reigns will win, but my heart wants AJ to win.
And if you've seen the .com interview he had with Michael Cole, AJ I'm talking about. The heel promo that come out all sort of like it's just a mastermind. Like it was circa 2013 TNA sort of stuff, and that was the only good thing that came out of TNA in let me look at my watch ever. But you know, I could see AJ Styles as a heel going forward possibly, but I'd say he will be the heel champion if he does win. Because obviously Reigns is never going heel, according if Vince is it's still in power.
If he's still in power, he'd probably still be running it if he was in his grave.
Don't jinx it.
So that's gonna wrap up the predictions for Extreme Rules. Now, before we end the podcast, I know you guys wanted to talk about something. Josh, I know you want to announce a certain thing on your side. So we'll allow you to do that first. Hayden, I don't know about you, if you're going to say anything. But, you know, if you want to, you can after when Josh is done giving his little spiel.
Well, you know, everyone knows, if you've been on my Twitter account, that I secured Paul Heyman live in London, or the Advocate of Extreme Tour, I think it's called, tickets at Inside the Ropes, obviously before the site went down, probably about an hour afterwards. So, that means I will be at attendance and I will be vlogging or vlogging or video blogging or whatever the event, or if I will try it and not get kicked out. That'd be nice. And yeah, I will be there vlogging it, and I will also be vlogging live in London in September and WWE Live at SSE Arena in November. So that will be my vlogging schedule for wrestling in regards to wrestling is concerned. So yeah, that's my announcement.
Nice. Hayden, anything on your end?
To be honest, I'm a boring shit now.
That's a elaborate way to put it.
Well, fair enough. So
I know you have something to announce, though, Steve.
I do have something to announce, and it like you all three of us have discussed this. So the announcement has changed a little bit. So here's the deal, guys. I don't know if I should really say this or not, but we are kind of looking for a fourth for Pro Wrestling Weekly. Now, we're not just going to take anybody off of Twitter. We're obviously going to look at your credentials, look at your YouTube, and interview you, because we have some big plans for Pro Wrestling Weekly. I'm not going to exactly say what those are, because anything can happen.
Yeah.
So I'm just putting that out there, guys. If you guys are interested, either message myself at STDX Reapers, at J Josh Morale, and at
Yep.
WWE Town Nation. Either of those will work, and we'll obviously look into you a little bit more and interview you and all that good stuff.
And we'll get to know your sort of personality if it matches with us, because the worst thing is if you come on to our sort of side of the things. Obviously, I'm not boasting or anything, but we are on many things, and that can be used to a disadvantage per se. Sorry, I almost broke my ankle there. Botchamania. Anyway,
Botchamania.
but you know, we don't, as Steve said, we don't want to take any Tom, Dick, and Harry on like it's some hobo off of the street. We offer a job, and there you go, and he's squeaky clean, and you know, because we don't want to mould someone like not even if you're bigger than us per se, or if you're smaller than us. We don't want to sort of a clash of personalities where there will be fights between us, and then the show would end irreversibly from that sort of situation. So it's ideal that we get the best fit for us, so then we don't, and that's why hopefully we'll all be there to interview you, so then we can all get a feel for the personality of yourself when you apply, and when we set the apply rules and stuff like that online somewhere, or contractually written or something. But yeah, that's all I have to say really. Just don't, you know, and also don't be a shitebag.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you're a crap bag and we just won't, you know, that it'll be out of the question. Definitely, like, we will definitely dismiss your application if you are horrible to other people online. We're not saying we're all squeaky clean online. Let me just say, I'm not anyway.
I'm not.
Quite squeaky. Steve is probably the squeakiest of all of us.
That's
You know, we cannot, like, literally, I know we haven't set any guidelines yet, but, like, we can't have anybody who's racist.
Right.
We can't have anybody who is discriminative of religion or anything like that, or, you know, anything that's below board and not. And obviously, we cannot have anyone that does illegal activity and expressing that on this podcast.
Yeah.
That's also. So there will be a lot of rules though that you sure will have to abide to for us to have you on as the fourth host. But,
I mean, the rules are very understandable. It's not like we're saying you have to do this, you have to do that. We're saying don't be racist, don't be discriminative. You know, we don't plan anything before we come on this podcast. We just plan the topics and we talk about.
Yeah, but at the same time, we also monitor what we say. Even though it's a no-holds-barred podcast, we still monitor what we can say.
Yeah, we have guidelines. We don't follow bullet points. We don't follow a script per se, but we are very careful of trying to. We don't want to offend anybody, even though fuck Roman Reigns. But you know, just and fuck TNA and fuck John Cena and fuck Vince Russo. There we go. That's me done. But you know, it's a simple set of guidelines. Obviously, we won't enforce them hard, but we want to find a common ground with people. That's all. You know, we want. So, yeah. I don't know if you guys want to say anything else on the matter, but that's me done.
You said it pretty well, Josh. Very well spoken.
Yeah, you do.
Thank you.
So, yeah, and along with this, we are going to try to make Pro Wrestling Weekly a little within like a recent time frame. So usually like 1 to an hour and a half shows. It seems pretty understandable. Just going based off of like WrestleZone Daily and the Steve Austin podcast, cheap plugs.
I mean, I've done a lot of podcasts, as you guys know, and an hour to an hour and a half is definitely a reasonable time frame. Too short of a podcast can be a little bit of a problem, you know, like half hour. That can be a problem.
Yeah,
but also like a 2.5 hour podcast can be a problem. Like Slam Out is usually like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, because I always blab on about some shit. So, but an hour to an hour and a half is definitely a really, really reasonable time frame. It's like the perfect time frame for a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So unless it's like some sort of special, do not expect another 2 hour and 45-minute podcast like last episode.
No.
Because
I
that
don't
was...
even think I don't think that length will never happen again.
I-
I could see us possibly going 2 hours for. The only one I would want to is Mania,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
it. Not even SummerSlam or Survivor Series, because like you would only want to do it for the one. Well, maybe Royal Rumble, but you know, Royal Rumble's Royal Rumble. That's my opinion. It's the best event of the year. So
Yeah.
you know. Sorry, WrestleMania, you've been demoted again.
We were about to say it's better than Mania.
Exactly.
Mania is just like matches where Royal Rumble has actually got a Royal Rumble stipulation to headline WrestleMania, sort of. Royal Rumble.
Yeah, no,
it's just,
and obviously this year it was headlined, the news anyway, by a debuting AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
Like New Japan bred, TNA bred. Obviously Vince doesn't like touching TNA guys. Obviously when he came up straight to the main roster, may I add, you know, it just felt like a big event.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like a big fight feel.
yeah.
You don't get many of them except if your brand's named NXT.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Indeed. So, with that being said, guys, we're going to wrap up the podcast here. I do want to add one more thing, though. Just a couple of shout-outs because I'm recording this before I record the intro. I wanted to shout out a couple of people or organizations. I wanted to shout out, let me just pull up what it is, InnerWrestlingNerd.com. They, during Payback, it was actually like maybe an hour before Payback, they invited me on to their website to chat with them live about WWE Payback, so I'm very appreciative of that and of them coming out and contacting me, because who would have thought that would have ever happened, and allowing me to talk on a much wider platform other than Twitter. It was honestly really fun, so you can expect to see me in their chat room at tomorrow night on Extreme Rules. And then the other people that I wanted to shout out is SLTD Fantasy League, as Hayden mentioned a few minutes earlier. If you guys didn't know, SLTD Fantasy League is a wrestling fantasy league, so kind of like football, American football, soccer, baseball, basketball, you name it. They've been very cool with me. They even send me a reminder hey, don't forget to change up your team if you need to. And they have a couple of things in the works that I'm not going to say yet, because obviously we're going to respect what they have planned, and I don't want to spoil it for them. So, great group of people there that I've gotten a chance to talk to a little bit. So,
Thank you.
Yeah. So, with that being... go ahead.
I'll just add to the Fan City League. It's ending at Money in the Bank, but Season 2 is starting the Raw after. So if you haven't joined yet, I'd wait till the Raw after Money in the Bank so you have a better chance of winning.
All right.
Because we're 5 months into it now, and it's ending next month anyway. And the people are on 400 and something points nowadays. So I'd wait till next month after Money in the Bank to join, but I'd definitely advise it, because there's no other wrestling fantasy league out there that's like it. They send you reminders to change your team, to send you it's updated weekly. They make sure to tell you the most pointed guys, everything. And again, a fantastic group of people, and I'm proud to be in the crew, writing and YouTube. So, yeah, just amazing. They also do a predictions league, which you can get your predictions in for Extreme Rules now. I think it's sltdwrestling.com/Extreme Rules 2060 predictions or something like that.
That's right.
So I advise you to do that as well. It's definitely fun.
I'll make sure to put that link in the description down below. All links. Everybody that I mentioned, I will put the links in the description. So want to say thank you guys for tuning in to Pro Wrestling
Always a
Weekly.
blast.
And I will see you guys in the outro. Alright, that's gonna wrap up this episode of Pro Wrestling Weekly. I know that's it's had a late release. This is actually a week after it has occurred. I apologize for that. But again, I want to give a big thanks to InnerWrestlingnerd.com and SLTD Fantasy League for being a bunch of friendly folks that I've gotten a chance to talk to quite a few times over the past couple of months in regards to wrestling. So I want to thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you subscribe on all platforms. I'll leave all links to everybody that I mentioned in the description down below. For the pro wrestling listeners, I will see you guys in the next podcast. And for my regular cemetery viewers on my YouTube channel, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.